The Box, Part 9. Naina couldn't believe Raiya had stuck around. Most people who spent time with her eventually gave up or went away. The girls at Aspen Hall called her dull and boring. People in college promised they would call and keep in touch, but they didn't. Even Alice bailed on her. When Alice first started working at the office a couple of years after Naina started, Alice took her to Whole Foods in Mount Pleasant. She had done it once a month for a couple of years so that Naina could stock up on her supplies of essential oils and Dr. Bronner's. Naina took a lift home. It had been several months since Alice had driven her to Whole Foods. Raiya had not only not lost interest, but he had been persistent. Raiya showed up at Naina's apartment every day. He made himself at home in a way no one had ever done before, as if Naina had always been his. Naina was dumbfounded. Raiya left a dent on her couch, as if the spot had been waiting to take a shape of him. He had even picked his favorite mug to drink coffee out of, making a habit of knocking on her door in the mornings, while still in his pajamas. A week later, on Sunday, Naina was towel drying her hair, which, given the length and thickness, was a 4-hour affair. She didn't use a hair dryer to prevent damage. She kept waist-long hair since she was 5 years old. Her mother used to trim Naina's hair every few months to cut off the split ends and put coconut oil every other night, braiding Naina's hair so that the oil wouldn't seep into the pillowcase. It was a cherished memory Naina recalled every Saturday night as she applied coconut oil on her own hair, in preparation for washing it on Sunday morning. Raiya came over, hoping they would have brunch. "No," she said. "Why not?" he asked. "I can't go out until my hair is dry." "Fine," he said, and walked away. Naina's heart sank. The time had finally come for Raiya to leave. Rather than wallow in sadness, she reasoned it was better to get rid of him sooner rather than later. His departure was inevitable. She couldn't believe how easy it had been. She liked Raiya, and until that moment she had not realized she wanted him to stick around. She grabbed the Angelite, holding it in her palm, and settled on her sofa to watch reruns of West Wing, pushing away tears. 30 minutes later, there was a knock on the door. "It's me, Raiya." Naina's heart beat so fast she felt it would jump out of her chest. When she got to the door, she saw Raiya had brought takeaway from Miller's all day. He even brought biscuits, her favorite, with an extra helping of strawberry whipped butter, exactly as she had ordered the last time. Naina didn't know how to respond. She leaped into his arms, surprising even Raiya. "It's just biscuits," he said, smiling brightly. Naina felt her face flush and smiled back. For the first time in many years, she did not care at all about her wrinkles. She set the Angelite on the coffee table as Raiya served the food neatly on her plates, again, exactly as she liked it. He settled down to watch reruns of West Wing with her, not questioning her choice. In that moment, she realized he had never questioned any of her routines, or her quirks, or her eccentricities, as others call them. This had not happened before. Instead of pushing her away, Raiya invited her out to explore the city. They planned their day so they wouldn't have to wait in line like tourists. They visited historic places, of which there was plenty in the city. Of which there was plenty in the city that had been around for 350 years. Naina tried chicken and waffles for the first time. Eating the chicken first, then pouring the syrup over the waffles as if they were dessert. They shared a basket of fried okra and green tomatoes at Justine's kitchen and shrimp and grits at Magnolia's. Her favorite was Hoppin' John. The black-eyed peas and rice reminded her of her mother, even though the taste wasn't as spicy as the dishes she'd held in her memory. Naina didn't understand why Raiya wanted to spend so much time with her, seemingly asking her for nothing in return. He often paid when they were out together, as if he knew their activities were beyond her budget, and he planned everything. All Naina had to do was show up. Naina was comfortable in a way she hadn't expected. Her life had felt like it had been stripped to gray, and yet there were now accents and colors that she had never seen before. Just like that, Naina had made the first friend she'd ever had. At every moment, Naina clutched onto her crystal as one did to the handles of a roller coaster, and she enjoyed the ride.